Hello everyone, guys! Hello
Ciao
everyone!
picciotte e picciotti! Love to see you again!
What to say, Rosella?
Today is Sunday, and so we have an important appointment.
This is the episode 2 of Stories of Proud Sicilians Around the World, and we have a special guest tonight. It's night in Sicily, guys. It's 10 p.m. here in Sicily, but of course you are in a different time around the world. So
sometimes somebody in Australia are get up.
Yeah, are getting up right now.
Yes, other people
in the United States or in Canada, they're approaching to lunch time.
No, it's 4 p.m.
It's 4 p.m. So they already had lunch. Okay.
And in Los Angeles, it's 1 p.m.
Yeah, they're approaching to lunch. Yeah.
No, in Sicily we have lunch at 1. But in the other part of the world, usually they have lunch at 12 o'clock.
Okay, but it's okay. There's no rules, guys. So the most important thing is that you enjoyed your lunch. we had a great lunch today and also a great dinner.
Yes.
Would you like to say something about our dinner?
Gianca, we had my gift from Caccamo.
Yeah. She brought to me the traditional bread from Caccamo, and we had the traditional bread with cheese, cherry tomatoes,
oregano, olive oil,
some sausage from Caccamo, special sausage from Caccamo.
It is the most important gift for you, I know, Gianca.
So it's about a Big Mac, but traditional Big Mac. Nothing to compare to McDonald's. This is our traditional sandwich. Okay, guys, let's start with our special guest. We are very glad to introduce you, Mrs. Geri Genovese,
a proud Sicilian,
who lives in Miami now. She has, of course, a Sicilian origin from Gela, Messina, and I don't know. Now Geri will explain us
Agrigento,
everything about her Sicilian descent. So,
and I want also to say all the men that it's a beautiful lady. So enjoy.
But first of all, let me say this is the Mother Day.
Yes.
So a special wish, auguri a tutte le mamme del mondo. So
Happy Mother Day
to all mothers in the world, around the world.
So let's go to meet Geri.
Hello, Geri.
Hi, Geri.
Hi, it's Rosella and Gianca.
Welcome to our live broadcast.
Hello, Geri, and hello, Kiki. Kiki, say hello to our friends around the world. So, Geri, we try to introduce you, to say something about your Sicilian origin. I remember that you are from Gela,
Agrigento,
and from Messina. Agrigento or Gela? say your story. Not Gela, sorry, not Gela.
No, I just went to vacation there.
Okay. So you're from Agrigento, the special location, famous in the world because of the Valley of the Temple. The Valley of the Temple is a UNESCO site, wonderful archaeological site with some of the best preserved temples, Greek temples in the world. But I want to give Geri the opportunity to talk about her story now.
How are you? First of all,
I'm good, thank you.
Are you excited?
Good. See what? Okay.
Excited.
Yes,
Are you excited to be here?
Excited. I've never been the star before.
So this is your time, Geri.
This is my debut.
Your debut, yeah.
Yes, and Kiki's debut. So yeah.
She's beautiful.
Well, makeup helps. The makeup helps.
But you feel comfortable. So you
Yes.
perhaps you are an actress?
No. No. Okay. You know, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
where I was born. My grandparents migrated there
Yeah.
from Sicily, and then my mother's only 1/4 Sicilian. The rest is Irish. That's
Uh-huh.
why I don't really look that Sicilian, you know, or Italian. But I have a very Italian name, so everybody's like, "What is? You don't look like you have that name," you know. But anyway, I was living in Brooklyn, and then I worked in Manhattan. I live in Miami now. I retired, semi-retired. I actually, the reason why I moved to Florida was because I was on the 33rd floor in the North Tower of the World Trade Center, and I almost died that day.
Wow.
So my father was living in Miami, so I just left New York and I came to Florida to, you know, have an easier life and not so scary and all that. And it's warmer here. So yeah, so originally my grandparents from on my father's side were from Sicily, and you know, it was very bad in those days, very poor, and they were farmers, and they left. They, you know, they're my uncles are getting in a lot of trouble, you know, with the bad people in Sicily, and they had to run away. They kidnapped my grandmother when she was a little girl, their sister, as ransom, but they came back safely. And then after that, they just decided to get on the boat and go to New York.
Yeah.
And then my grandfather came he came another year, and they met in Brooklyn and they got married.
Wow.
But you know, they're farmers. So in Brooklyn, a long time ago in those days, they had all farmland. So they worked very hard. They lived in an apartment. They worked very hard. My grandmother was a seamstress in it's all Italian factory. They've sold in New York City in bridal gowns. And my grandfather was helping to build like the bridges and stuff like that. And they bought a house in a place called Canarsie in Brooklyn, which is a very high populated Italian neighborhood. And they
Sorry, Jerry. Sorry. When did your grandparents move to New York exactly? Which year?
My grandmother came 1914.
Uh-huh.
And my grandfather came like maybe 5 years later with one of his brothers.
Okay.
But and the other brother came, and he was from Messina, and they were getting in trouble. Actually, one of my uncles got deported back to Sicily because he was doing bad things in New York. So he got deported back to Sicily. I never met him. He went back before I was born. But my grandfather was a good boy. My father was a good boy, but the brothers, not so much. They got in.
So.
Yeah. They got in. I told Rosella, you know, my father never liked for us to say the mafia and stuff. We weren't allowed to talk like that. You know, it wasn't nice. You know, they didn't like us to even mention the word, you know, but they were into all kinds of bad things. But, you know, my father was a good boy. He went to school. He didn't get involved with anything. His other brother, but my other uncle, yeah. But so they, you know, they made a living in New York, both my grandparents. They bought a house, and they had farms in Brooklyn. They had a farm. They had chickens. They had goats. They had a lot of things because that's what my grandmother was used to in Sicily, you know, the farm with the goats and the chickens and stuff like that. So they lived in quite a long time in Brooklyn with a big piece of property. And then, of course, Brooklyn got more populated with more immigrants and more immigrants. So then the land got a little smaller, and then and that was it. And then, you know, my parents met in Brooklyn, and then that's it. So I have Irish family, and I have Sicilian family. But my grandparents are dead now. They've been dead a long time. I'm 60 years old, so they died maybe 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a lot of traditions. They taught us. They tried to teach us Sicilian. On one hand, they said they want to teach us. On the other hand, they don't want us to know what they're saying. So they only taught us a couple little things. But when I was ready to learn, I was a little older. it was very hard because at that point, when you get past a certain age, you can't pick up another language. So it's very hard, difficult. So I never really learned the Sicilian language, just a little words here and there, you know. But I'm sorry.
Such as what? Tell us a Sicilian word that you remember.
They're bad. They're only bad.
All the bad words.
Yeah, just bad words and just very, you know, slang. But I'm learning on Babbel. I downloaded the Babbel app and I'm learning Italian. But when I come to Sicily in July, hopefully I'll get there. It's going to be a different thing because I don't know Sicilian. I know the proper. So I don't know how it's going to manage that, but I'll try. You know, my grandmother was very old fashioned though. They worked in an Italian factory. They live in an Italian neighborhood. So she was here since she was 7 years old, and my grandfather since she was 20 years old. And till the day they died, they spoke Sicilian all the time, and they had a very thick accent because they didn't try to mingle that much with the American people outside of their culture, you know, outside of their neighborhood, and you know. So, but my grandmother was very old fashioned. When I was born, I had the veil over my face.
Yeah.
It's called the placenta thing. It's a superstitious thing. So my grandmother in the hospital is telling the American doctor to give her that thing. They put it in a ball and they make it around your neck for good luck. But the doctor said, "Are you crazy? I'm not going to give you that." You know. So, but I learned a lot of superstitious, old world Sicilian superstition things. I'm sure, like you know from your grandparents.
Of course.
So,
are you superstitious? Are you?
No.
Did they give you some of this, some superstitions, some strange Sicilian traditions? No.
No, because it's silly. To me, it was silly. I used to argue with my grandmother all the time. You know, she was like she's the old type Italian. Like all the girls were, you know, the word. You know, I don't want to say the bad word. You know, if we just had a little thing like this on here, we were bhutan. You know, everything. It was always a crazy stuff. So, but my grandfather sat and listened to Italian opera for hours. You know. But a lot of the cooking I miss because the restaurants don't make the Sicilian dishes. You know, they only make like the lasagna, eggplant parmesan. You know, they don't make the
Italian food.
The pasta chissai. You know, am I saying it right? You made the pasta chissai.
Pasta?
Chisarde.
Pasta chisardi.
Pasta with sardines.
Yes. That was my favorite when I was a little girl. Nobody liked it, only me. So I don't know. I have a short story. It's really not a long story.
So what about your life? How do you feel? How do you keep the connection with Sicily alive? Do you feel Sicily in your heart?
Sicilian.
I do. I actually loved when I was there, even when it was 30 years ago, a little 25 years ago. I loved it when it was like that, you know. So it's going to be a new version to me, which I'm looking forward to. Last May, right at this time, I was in Florence. I went with my sister last year. And I just love Italy. I've been to Europe, I've been to Greece, I've been all over the world, China, Tokyo, everywhere. But to me, the last years of my life, since I'm 60, to go more, I'm just going to spend the rest of my savings and my money, my travel money, to go to Italy because that's where I enjoy the most. Yeah. So
Italy is wonderful.
Yes,
But
I mean
Sicily...
I have never. Yeah.
Sorry.
My first husband was from his family from Naples. Naples. So we went to see his relatives about maybe 20 years ago. I'm not married anymore to him, but I'm single. I'm not. And we went into Naples and, you know, all the Avellino and all that. That was nice too. Naples, you know, the city, not so good, but the relatives.
Did you visit the Amalfi Coast?
Oh yeah, I've been to Amalfi Coast 3 times. I've been to Milan, Lake Como, Venice, Assisi, Verona, Florence. I went to. I've never been to the east coast of Italy. I've never been to Bari or any of that. Molise. I've
Apulia is
never been to
wonderful.
Calabria.
Apulia is very nice.
Yes.
We recommend you to visit the south of Apulia, the Salento. Very, very similar to Sicily.
Yeah.
Because of the food, because of the people, because of the
Yes.
Baroque towns. So there are many, many things in common. And
Yes.
but you have seen a lot of things, so you're
Yes.
an expert.
Not really, because the reason why I'm going to Sicily for 1 month this time is because
Wow.
I always travel. Got to get up early, go to here, to go to there. It's just too much. So me and Kiki, are we going to a place, Airbnb in Montreal
Uh-huh.
for 1 month. It has a big giant terrace overlooking the ocean and the mountains.
Yeah.
So in the morning, I drink my coffee. If I want to go into the town, I'll go. If I don't want to go, I stay right there. And that's the way,
Very good.
you know, that's the way I want to do it. If I want to go to Mondello, the beach, I'll go there. But when I want to, not because I'm going on a tour, you know. But when I come there, I would like for you, Rosella and Gianca, to take me someplace, you know, like maybe Agrigento or Tommy, because I was going to rent a car. But even if I rent a car, I don't want to go around by myself everywhere, all over drive around, you know. I wanted someone that knows what to do to take me to certain places. So that's why I want you guys to take me, you know, wherever, you know, you can take me.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to take a car and go everywhere in Sicily.
Yeah.
Me neither. I don't like it. I prefer to have a good company and
Yes.
travel together with people, with beautiful people. So
Yes.
Driving in Sicily is very hard. We say that if you can drive in Sicily, you can drive everywhere in the world, because we are
I used to drive in New York City. I drive in New York City. That's crazy.
That's crazy too.
Yeah.
That's crazy too.
Yeah. I mean, if I rent a car, it'll just be to go to the beach and go to the city and go to eat, not to go to another town, because it's going to be hot and I'm going to get lost, and I know how it's going to happen. So I'd rather just have somebody take me that knows. Yeah. So
yeah,
you have the job. If I come in July, you have the job. I mean, hopefully you can still do your September tour, right? You have a tour in September?
Yeah. We are praying for the situation will be over.
Well,
actually,
I was going to go on that tour. But I have Kiki. So Rosella told me. So Rosella said no. So I
remember. I remember everything. It's a pity, but
yes, because when it's a group tour, everybody could be.
But you know what? I tell you the truth, I'm not really in the mood to go with a lot of people. I just rather go by myself, you know, even if I have to. Don't worry. You know,
Jerry, we will plan a special tour just for you and Kiki, so don't worry.
Okay. A private tour, don't worry.
Perfect.
A custom private tour.
Yes.
And now, Kiki will enjoy Sicily.
Will be a special guest. She will be a special guest.
But is a she or is a he? Kiki's
it's a girl.
Oh, it's a girl.
Ragazza.
Ragazzina. It's a small lady.
How old is she?
She's 5 years old.
Oh, young.
Very young.
Very young.
She's my little buddy. I was married 2 times. I have no luck. I have no luck in the love department. So I was married 2 times. I don't think I know how to pick anybody. So I just have my little dog. From now on till I die, I'm just gonna, every summer I'm gonna go to Italy. I already told my mother, ciao. I go someplace in the summertime. I'm not gonna stay here. If in Florida it's like 100 degrees with 100% humidity.
Yeah, it's very hot.
No. So I don't mind if I go to Sicily if it's hot, because, you know, it's different. It's a different kind of hot. It's very different kind of hot.
Yeah.
Sicily, you have only to avoid the special days of Scirocco, the African wind. When Scirocco blows, it could be
I
very
experienced that.
annoying.
I was there, and when I was in Gela, I had the wind. When I was in Gela, we had
you never know when Scirocco blows. So it can happen in February, as in August, in April. You never know. So when it blows, guys, it's a very hard day. Hard day. You soon recognize Scirocco is coming because of the yellow sky. So sky suddenly becomes full of dust, full of sand from the Sahara, from the desert, and everything becomes yellow. Then it remains about a couple of days, and then sometimes rains sand. So all the cars, everything will be covered by sand. That's Scirocco, and temperature will be very high. I don't know in Fahrenheit, but about 100 degrees more or less. And so, but it's not so wet. It's very dry, but very annoying because you have difficult to breathe. It's not a good experience, but only few days are here.
I remember I experienced that wind when I was in Gela. I experienced it. Yeah.
Gianca, you know that Geri is one of the oldest followers.
Yeah, I remember perfectly.
She followed us from the beginning, from August 2017. Yeah.
18.
18.
Yeah. From the beginning. Yeah, this is our.
So thank you for following us.
I love you guys. On Sundays, you cheer me up on Sunday afternoon. Yes.
Thank you.
And when you were outside on your terrace, you have a beautiful view of the ocean and the mountain, and you were doing the limoncello. Everybody enjoys. Everyone loves you.
Thank you, Geri. Thank you so much. We should go outside the next days because, of course, we are now trying to give people the opportunity to stay with us in a good time of the day. So now it's night in Sicily, but in the next days we will do something special. Now we are free to go outside, to go out.
Oh, that's nice.
Our lockdown is not over, but has changed something. So we are allowed to go to move in the region. So to move all around in Sicily, not only in the
town where you live,
in the village where we live, but everywhere in Sicily.
You can go outside to meet your relatives, your parents. You can go out to do some jogging.
Yeah, you have only to respect the social distancing, of course. But if you knew the images from Mondello Beach today, you will say, oh guys, they are crazy in Palermo, because Mondello Beach was very crowded today, and there were a lot of people, a lot of guys, young people on the beach, and policemen were a little bit
worried, yes.
Yeah, because of course it's not possible to stay close all together, close each other. So, but we are approaching.
I cut hair. I work in a beauty salon.
Hair,
and we almost got a big fine because some of my workers would sneak. They would sneak at nighttime to the people, and then the code enforcer came and warned them, no more. They put the big X on the door. Nobody could go in anymore.
Yeah.
But maybe
Sicily,
I don't know.
The same in Sicily. Yes. The same in Sicily. Everywhere is the same.
But summer is coming because here is summer. We can say that it's summertime, almost summertime,
Yeah,
because it's
Yeah.
the temperature
it's
are
very,
very
very, very mild. Very,
Beautiful.
it's very nice. Actually, summer begins in on June 21, 22, but
Nice.
it's already summer now. So it's we are enjoying beautiful days, and
and that's the reason why people cannot stay at home and they want to
No.
go
no,
to the
no.
beach.
No.
Actually, we have to say the most important thing is that uh, people realize that the virus doesn't exist anymore because we have no, how do you say, positive cases,
Good.
no sick people in Sicily. So we are respecting the restrictions from the central government, from the Italian government.
Yes.
But we have a different situation from the situation in Milan
North
or
Italy, yes.
in Brescia or Bergamo, that are the most, I just say, the hardest part of Italy. So in Sicily, we had only few cases, and so people
Good.
now are very, very tired to stay at home.
Yes.
When they give us the chance, the opportunity to go out, of course, the first thing that Sicilian people do is go to the beach, go to the promenade, to take a walk. So it's not possible to stay at home now.
No,
And
it's beautiful. It's perfect timing because it's happening now. People would really go crazy because they want to go.
Yeah.
When the weather's not so good, it's easier to see.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
let me say something about May and June. So, guys, if you don't know when to come to Sicily, my advice is to take the advantage to visit Sicily during these months.
Yeah.
From late April, from the second half of April to the second part of July, or early July, let's say early July.
Yeah.
Many people suffer the hot temperature, so I don't recommend you to visit Sicily in August. But from April to June, early July, and then from September to
The end of-
early November,
Yeah.
guys, you will enjoy wonderful days. This is the best period of the year to explore, to discover Sicily. But honestly, frankly speaking,
I hope I don't
we
make
had
you work.
people.
I'm gonna make you work in July.
Yeah, it's okay, but we have
It
to
will
say
be,
you
it will
don't
be
know.
a pleasure for us, again, Jerry, you know.
No, but you never know. You never know. There are no rules because time is crazy, weather is crazy.
I know.
There's many other things in our life now, but the weather is crazy. We had, for example, Alisa Spatafora. She came to Sicily last February, and when I heard it, I said, Elisa, please postpone your trip to March or to April because February is the worst period of the year to visit Sicily. It's very cold, and she had, and we had, one of the best months ever in our life. It didn't rain. Never,
Never. Sunny days.
Only beautiful sunny
Can I-
days,
I
mild
just-
temperature every time. So you never know, guys. Of
Um,
course,
I
my
wanted to-
suggestion is to come to Sicily on June or May, but you never know. We have also beautiful days in August or in in December, in February. So if you're lucky, you will experience Sicily and beautiful sunny days also in winter time.
Okay. I just wanted to ask you, maybe you know. I noticed that Calabria has very strange weather, and it's right near Sicily. How come?
But
It's always
it's-
raining. They get the snow. They get the cold.
no.
Not so much. No.
We are very similar. I
Yeah.
don't know. Perhaps you were not lucky when you visit
No, I didn't go
Calabria.
there. I didn't go there. I saw it. I see it every morning. I check the weather in different places.
Uh-huh.
And Calabria is always seems like it's like 20 degrees cooler than in Sicily. For some, I don't really know why. Maybe it's a stream of a jet stream or something.
I don't know. I don't know. Of course, it depends when they measure temperature. Because, for example, Calabria has different areas. They have the area of Reggio Calabria and
Yeah.
how do you say Cosenza, for example, is completely different from Reggio Calabria. Cosenza is in the north of Calabria, and
Yes.
it's surrounded by mountains. The Sila Nature Reserve. So they have colder temperature there every day of the year, and so it's just like if you say Palermo or Mount Etna. Of course, Mount Etna is 9,000 feet above
Yeah.
sea level, so it
Wow.
depends. But actually,
Okay.
Calabrians are very similar, so there are no big differences between these two regions.
I always wondered that. I always wondered about that.
Geri, I'm
Yeah.
curious. I want to ask you, which is the best memories with your grandparents?
The holidays. The holidays, because all my cousins, I'm the only granddaughter that would help my grandmother cook on the holidays. I would sit there in the kitchen and help her chop everything, chop, chop, chop. And all my cousins were outside playing and laughing. And I'm over there cutting everything, the garlic, or everything that she wanted me. I'm at the table. And I learned how to cook a little more Sicilian than my sisters. And, and my grandfather, he thought he was Michelangelo. He painted the ceiling in the library. He was painting all the angels and everything on the ceiling. Yeah, just a bunch of just like cooking and just happy time at the holidays. And that's more because that's when we had every Sunday 2:30 we ate. Every 2:30 in the afternoon we ate. It's every Sunday.
And what they used to cook?
Do you remember some recipes?
Pasta, meatballs, pasta side, lasagna, vesteda, which I hate
Vastedda. Wow, it's traditional cheese from Agrigento. Yeah.
No, vesteda, the thing. Oh, and the tripe. How do you say tripe? The intestine, the thing in your stomach.
Ah, no.
Trippa.
Yes.
Trippa.
Yeah. No, but Vastedda is a
I thought Vastedda
cheese.
was the
Sorry, I lost my audio.
I thought there was something with the veal intestine or something like that. They made like a patty out of it. I don't know.
This is stiggiola in Palermo area. We call it stiggiola. So it's the interior part of the cow or the sheep. But
most of the tradition of the old timer kind of died. Because a lot of the young people, they don't want to cook anymore. They don't want to do the holiday, the traditions anymore. So, like my cousin, we're all born here. She makes the sauce in the suka in the can, the jar.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't eat that. I make my.
I don't want to give you bad news, but also in Sicily,
I know. I heard about
we are losing these traditions. So that's why we are trying to save our cultural heritage, to preserve our history, our heritage. It's a pity because young people, young generations are losing very, very quickly their heritage. And
only the oldest women have this kind of
knowledge.
Knowledge. Yeah.
Yes.
Young people
My
prefer
age.
not to. Yeah.
From my age, after me is no. They don't want to know.
Yeah. But
I'm the last generation that knows how to do that cooking. For me, over here, in America. we hang on
But
to
there
the
are also a few people who, young people who like the culinary tradition and love to cook,
Mhm.
love to preserve the ancient culinary
Yep.
recipes. So when we meet this kind of people, we are very happy because they
Yes.
are the our last hopes to keep our traditions
Yes.
alive. So
I don't have any children, but I taught my nieces how to make we call it sauce. Some people in America, they call it gravy, but I say sauce, the red tomato sauce.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but some American Italians call it gravy. So there's always a war. There's
Yeah,
always a
yeah.
war. Who's gravy? Who says sauce? Who says gravy? So who knows? We don't know what's the right one. You know. What?
Next time you come to Sicily, for sure, this is not a bet, I'm sure, you will attend a special cookery lesson
Yes, I
with
do.
Maria. And
Yes.
she's a master. I can say she's one of the best person I know
Good.
who makes the special sauce in the traditional way. So it's it's
Oh,
delicious.
that would be nice. I would like that.
She
Yes.
makes a lot of dishes, but
Good.
she really makes a special sauce. I don't know
I
which is a
And also
secret.
fresh pasta.
Yeah, but
Oh, I
She
like
can
that.
teach you. Yeah.
everybody makes fresh pasta in Sicily.
That's
Everybody
good.
makes
Yay,
the traditional
bravo.
dishes. Makes caponata. Everybody makes pasta dishes, but Maria makes all of this. But she makes the best sauce, tomato sauce I ever ate.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
don't know why. I don't know which is her secret, but
How old is Maria?
it's about
70.
70, yeah.
She's the
70.
last of the people. Are your grandmother alive, Rosella and Gianca?
No, 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 no.
No.
Mother, yes.
Grandma,
No,
she said
grandmother.
grandmother, no,
Grandmother,
no,
no.
no, no, no.
No.
Oh,
No.
too bad.
Yeah,
That's too bad.
this is a pity.
Yeah.
I've lost an uncle. He was 94, and it's a pity because he was the memory of the
Yes.
most important cultural tradition in Sicily. So
And also the Sicilian languages.
he studied Sicilian. He was how to say a poet. He wrote a lot of poetries. He worked for television, and he was a computer. Now I miss him because
Yeah.
when I'm confused, I don't know how to say something in Sicilian. He was the right person to
Yes.
answer me. Now I miss him because I'm nothing without him.
I know.
He wrote a
No.
lot of books, a lot of I just say dictionaries about Sicilian. So
Yes.
they are special persons, and
So I'm wondering, like you, Rosella, and you, Gianca, your grandparents probably were, no, not my age, my grandmother's age. Why some people stay in Sicily even if they had problems when they're, then like my grandparents, they left. How come I mean, good thing that some people stayed there. Otherwise, there'll be nobody there. If everybody left and went to New York, Canada, Australia.
situation is different now.
But what made your grandparents stay there?
Yeah.
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 Maybe they
Situation
had.
was. Yeah.
Maybe their life was easier. Maybe their life was
Yeah.
easier.
Of course.
Maybe.
Our grandparents' life was not easy as our life. We are very
Yeah.
very lucky in compared to their life. But
Yes. I mean, your grandfather
they
stayed
made a
there.
lot of sacrifice. Yeah,
Right?
they made a lot of sacrifice. It was an hard job every day to survive, but
Yeah.
uh, it depends because, for example, in my family, I didn't have any people who went abroad who migrated to United States
Oh,
or Australia. Only a, no, my my grandfather my grandfather's cousins, so distant relatives, okay. But in Sicily, you have to know that when someone went to United States or Canada, all the familiars or the relatives followed them. So
yes.
there are many villages in Sicily that have more people abroad than in Sicily. For
Wow.
example,
Yes.
yesterday we've been talking about Omaha in Nebraska. Uh, there are a lot of people from Carlentini, it's a village from
Wow.
East Sicily near Syracuse, and they have so much, I have to say, more people in United States in Nebraska than in Carlentini. So
Wow.
it's strange, it's funny, but when the
Rosella,
first went abroad, all the relatives followed him.
you have your father was in living in California?
Yes, my father lived 26 years in California. He moved from Cacamo, and that's the reason why I have the double citizenship.
Nice. Do you like
And
California? It looks
uh,
like Italy a little bit, right? California?
yeah, yeah, because there are a lot of Italian in California,
But
of
it's very
Italian people.
similar to Sicily. The landscapes
Yes.
are very similar.
Yes. I
I,
have
I
two
was
sisters
saying,
there. Where in
oh,
California? What town?
it was
Danny, I don't remember exactly the name, but it like Danny, near Los Angeles,
Oh, okay. You were there too, Gianca?
8 years ago. Yes,
Yes.
we had a
we
great experience in I've been there. I stayed there 3 weeks, and Rosella 1 month.
visiting all my relatives all around the states. I have a lot
Ah,
of relatives
Yeah, that
in the
that that
states.
was that is my point of view about the trend to go abroad altogether. His father followed his cousins, so there were many people from Rosella's family in United States. So when the first went to United States, when the first went abroad, all the family, all the relatives followed him. So it's uh, because it was a risk. It was something unknown, in particular
right.
in the early 20th century.
Yeah.
People went to an unknown land, so you don't know what you're expecting. So it's uh, when a relative tells you, okay, you can come because the life is good, you have many opportunities to earn money, to have a job, okay, all the people, all the relatives follow him in the United States. So
Yes.
um, it depends. In this, it was in particular a trend in the small villages. There are many small villages where everyone has a relative in the United States. In the cities, it was not so common. In the big cities like Palermo
Yeah.
or Catania, but in the villages where the job opportunities
Right.
were less,
Hmm.
everywhere used to everyone used to go to Canada, to Australia. So it's
Searching
Yeah.
for a better
Yeah.
opportunities, a
yeah,
better life.
Right.
yeah,
Yep.
That's
That's what
that's
it.
why. Yes, yes. But it's funny because and it's now we can meet uh, each other in this beautiful family of Sicily lovers.
Yes,
And
it's
that's why
wonderful.
we decide to create this live broadcast
That was a good
episode
idea.
with all the Sicilians around the world.
That's right.
Every
That was a
Sunday
very good.
we can share. What
That
do
was
you
a
think
very good
about
idea.
this new?
That was a very good idea. That was that's very. The two of you developed something. You know, I'm saying as an older person, a little bit older than you, a lot older. The It's very good that being you take that opportunity and you created a business for yourself. That was wonderful. That was a very good idea because there's a few other Sicilian tours, but you two have a more personable, more characteristic, more happy, upbeat. You draw the people inside your business, and you can get away with it because you have a good personality and you love you really, and you love the people. You're not phony. You know, just do it because you want to make the money, and of course you want to make the money, but you're very good at drawing the people and keeping us interested and doing your little limoncello. And when you created very good things for people that are stuck at the house. You're stuck in the house, and even if when we're free to go everywhere, people are drawn to your show and drawn to your site because you make it interesting and you involve us. You include us because when you have the heritage, you sit here in America and you want to know and you want to go, but you don't know what to begin. All the relatives are gone.
Yeah.
I think I have one relative left on my grandmother's side, and right outside Agrigento. And she has. I looked on the telephone book with the names, and there's one person with her last name. Nobody else. No other relatives. But anyway, it's good because you make the people, us, feel like we can connect somehow and find out.
Her?
Because not if we're lost. We want to know and we want to go there, and you make it seem like we have a friend there, that we're not going to be lost when you go to Sicily. Like, who's this people and what tour we go on, and we don't know. Maybe some people do, but it's confusing. And you, Rosella and Gianca, you make us feel like we have some connection. We can learn something and go, and you teach us and you show us, and you connect with us, and that's a happy. That makes people happy because we don't. Where else do we have that? If we don't have any relatives left in Sicily, we don't know what to do. Hello, I think I lost you. Right, Kiki, you want to get down, please?
Can you see, guys? Because we lost the internet connection for few minutes.
Yes, minutes.
Can you see? Can you see
yes.
us?
Yes.
Okay, because we lost the last part. Geri, we are proud Sicilians, and we take pride in sharing our beauties, our culture, our tradition.
But first of all, I say that we have learned to enjoy great relationship with beautiful people. That's the most important thing. You say right when you say we don't do it for money, only for money. Of course, we have to survive, we have to earn money, but at the end of the day, when you come back home, the most important thing that you have is the memory with beautiful people. You have spent a great time together. You have spent a great experience.
And the relationship.
And relations is the most important part of our life. And now we are realizing how important it is. Our life is based on relationship. So
yes, you made a big difference.
We could only plan our tours. Okay, it's a job. We could,
but not for us.
Yeah, but we used to go with our clients, with our special guests every time we can. So if we can, we go with our clients all around Sicily because it's priceless. We say it's priceless.
It is priceless.
You get great feelings, great
Yes.
Good vibes.
vibes,
Yes.
vibrations. So
yes,
I don't
it's
know.
more personable. It's more personable. You know, you go on another tour, or this and that. It's not the same. You and Rosella make it very easy for us to. We want to come there, and of course we're not going to spend the whole time with you because you work, and you know. But you make it more. You draw the people in where we have a purpose. We know you teach us the heritage, and otherwise we get off the plane in Palermo, we go to the hotel, you go on a tour, and you go here and you go there, and you know it's not the same. You two make it very nice and warm and loving. Yeah, people, that's why you're going to do a good business, because people are drawn to you. You make it nice for us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think this is the most important thing. We have a lot of beautiful and great local guides, great drivers in Sicily, but we try to make it different. We could leave our clients to our local guides, to our English-speaking drivers, but we still want to make it different and make an effort to see with our eyes if something is wrong, if something needs to be improved. So every time is our opportunity to spend a great time. That's the secret. I can say. Not only to check everything, but to spend great time with people, because we realized how beautiful is to spend time with clients, in particular with people of Sicilian origin, but not necessary. I mean, in general, when people come to Sicily, sometimes they have some stereotypes, sometimes they have a bad knowledge of Sicily. So when they arrive, they say, "Oh wow! So this is Sicily. Sicily is rich of many opportunities." And we are proud in sharing our treasures with people, and this is priceless, because when at the end of the day, at the end of the trip, when people become friends, become not only clients, they become friends. We are the happiest persons in the world, and so this is the reason why we do it. Other things are secondary things, not for money, not for success, not for. The most important thing is give the chance to do something important in your life. So if you love music, if you love I don't know, art, if you love painting, do it. Follow your passions, follow your skills. You have a talent, you have something hidden in your art. You have to follow your art, and that's the only reason, the only chance to have no regrets. Because I think regrets are the worst thing. If you have regrets, your life is is completely
it's like when you feel like you waste your life.
Yeah, you have wasted your life. Yeah, exactly. So
and life is one.
Rosella,
so you need to.
Are you going to be on a TV? You're going to be on a TV show? Are you? Yes.
It's how do you know?
she told you. She mentioned it. Somebody, a lady in Boston or some.
Yeah, but of course, this is our chance to talk about Sicily. We are not the guest, the special guest. Sicily is the special guest. So we are proud Sicilian. We try to to bring some good positive emotions to
You do.
people who are now in a
and
lockdown.
especially yes, in this moment, because everybody, the world is full of fear
Yeah.
in this moment and full of negative thoughts. So this is important for us. Spread the
Yeah.
positive emotions, the love, the um,
Energy.
Yes.
That's right. And
And this is
you be,
also our cure, Jerry. This is our cure. Just for what I was saying before, it's the same thing.
yeah.
If you have good vibration, you cure yourself.
Yes.
You have the cure. When we are not, how do you say, when we don't make any broadcastings, when we don't have clients, oh, we feel so sorry. We feel so bad because
Of course.
yeah, it's something's
You know.
missing. Something is missing.
Our
Right.
energy level
Goes
Goes
down.
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 Goes down.
Goes down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you'll have that problem anymore because it seems like you have many, many, many clients that want to come visit you, and I don't think you'll ever be lonely again.
we really hope the situation will be over soon because
Yeah.
we miss the chance, the possibility to meet people in person. Of course, this is a
Yes.
great chance.
Yes.
We have to thank Facebook to give us the chance to
Well,
to
it's
see
not,
each other, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
it's and it's not like years ago, and you had to stay in a big hotel that's very expensive. They have so many beautiful Airbnbs, like where I'm staying in Montreal. It's so it doesn't cost a lot of money if you know what to do. The airfare on Alitalia, I got a round trip for 1,100, but I have to go from Miami to Rome first and then to Palermo, and the connection it was $1,100. And then for being that I'm staying for 1 month, it gets cheaper because by every night it gets cheaper because you stay longer. So it's really if people want to come to Sicily, if you really investigate and you with your help with that, if they need your help, I'm sure you know a lot of things that they can stay in the air in the planes, the airfare, but now they make it very easy for you with the Airbnb if you find the right one. See, I had a hard time because a lot of hotels don't take pets. So it took me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to find a place that looks nice, that has what I want, that accepts the pets. Because the lady I'm staying with, she has 2 little dogs also. Yeah. And so with all the airfare and the Airbnbs or whatever your suggestions you have and your knowledge, it makes it very easy for people to just take maybe even if they have 1 week from work, 2 weeks to go. It doesn't have to be like thousands of dollars to go to visit Sicily anymore. If you have help and or your own investigation what to do, you can do it and you don't have to go broke.
Sicily offers many opportunities now, so
to
each one his own. Yeah, you have many
luxury.
opportunities, many possibilities.
Yes.
So, and
I just want to sit on my balcony with Kiki, have my coffee, have my cornetto, and then just go someplace if I want to. If I want to stay home and look at the mountain, I couldn't, because in Miami is summertime. It's boring. There's no mountains. The ocean is very hot. The beach is very hot. So if I want to sit there, I told my mother, my friend, what are you going to do there for a month? I said, I'm going to go and sit like this. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. And if I go.
The beautiful life.
Yeah.
The beautiful life.
Yeah.
And also go for shopping.
Of course. Of course, you have to go shopping. Of course.
Is Kiki a shopping lover?
I want to eat and shop and sleep. Eat, shop, sleep. That's what I want to do.
You can do everything this in Sicily.
Yes. That's what I'm going to do. So,
Geri, we look forward. We look forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, me too. It's going to be fun. I'm just praying I can go.
And to hug you without
Yes.
social distancing.
Without
Yeah,
the
that's the
mask.
most
I just bought a
important
new
thing.
mask.
Yeah, yeah.
I just bought a whole more. Oh my!
You're
The
right.
people, the people are getting at this point. I know, like in Italy, I saw because I ordered the Italian station on my cable so I can learn, listen. I look at the news, the RAI, right? That's one of the stations, and I look at the people, and I follow it. And at this point, everybody gets very tired, worn out. Everybody's getting very discouraged because nobody wants to stay like this. You can't go anywhere. You got only to the store and go home. The store and go home. The store and go home.
Also in Italy, it's the same situation.
Yeah.
We are in the same position, and we are praying.
And I'm trying not to get more fat too, because you eat.
Finger crossed.
Yeah.
Yes. But it was so nice. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
You're giving us a special opportunity to spend a great time. So we have to say that Sunday is becoming
that's a very good idea.
Great appointment for us, because we are having beautiful people every Sunday, each Sunday. So also Saturday.
Also Saturday.
Did you see our last broadcast yesterday?
I didn't know.
I didn't know. We will upload the live broadcast on YouTube as well. I want to say for our friends, guys, don't worry if you see Geri side. Sorry, Rosella. I will work on the video.
I don't know what happened.
Don't worry. I will upload the live streams, the live broadcast on YouTube, so you will see the entire broadcast correctly. So don't worry. you can see from the beginning on YouTube.
Okay, great. Sounds good. I'm praying I get to meet you in July.
We too.
And if I have to cancel, I'm still come whenever they let me come.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah. We have just to wait.
Yeah.
As I say, guys, don't worry. Your trip is just postponed. You have to wait for a few weeks, a few months. We never know now, but Sicily is here. Sicily don't move, so we wait for you everywhere.
Okay. And
everywhere in Sicily.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, I want to say that if someone would like to share
their story
with us,
guys, you're free to use this appointment, this TV show, to share your story with all the friends around the world. Everybody is curious to know authentic stories of Sicilian people of Sicilian origin. No matter if you are the second or the third or the fourth generation, but your story could be a very interesting story. So don't be shy, and do what Geri and Anthony and Frank Ragusa already did. So
send us a private message,
yeah,
and so we can schedule a Sunday with you. So thank you for watching, of course.
Thank you. And I'm sorry I didn't get to. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. We are human. We are human beings. We are not machines, Geri. We are not machines.
I got the iPad here, but I couldn't connect. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry.
But thank you.
This is why we are human beings. We are not machines. So the most important thing, that our heart is still beating. Yes. So
That's right. And guys, if you like this live streaming, please share with your friends and invite them to follow us. Also, Gianca, do you want to remember to subscribe our
YouTube channel? Yeah. Please
Okay.
subscribe our YouTube channel, guys.
as well.
Okay.
In few weeks, our YouTube channel will be full of episodes
Yes.
of proud Sicilians around the world.
So, guys, for sure, we will see on next Saturday and Sunday at 10 p.m. Italian time.
Same time.
But in the middle of the week, we can arrange.
We will try to do something outside.
Maybe I can cook, Gianca.
Or maybe.
What do you think? Or
I can swim.
Get the Rosella, get the pasta side. Get the
pasta chissardi.
Pasta
I will try.
chissardi.
Does your mother make that?
Yeah,
Yes.
my mother make it.
Your mother, yes.
My mother also makes, pasta canciova. That's also a traditional Sicilian pasta dish in the west side. Anchovy pasta. You know anchovy?
That I thought that was the pasta side, the pasta and anchovy. Isn't that the same one?
No,
Similar.
It's not the same. In Palermo area, we made with tomato sauce, and so it's something a little bit different. It's also a sweet pasta. Because guys, when you hear sardines or anchovies, you don't have to think about the bitter sour, the bitter flour of this fish, because we made raisins, we made what else, Rosella?
Pine nuts.
So it's a very sweet pasta. Forget the bitter taste. So in the next days, perhaps Rosella will show you the making of pasta chissardi.
We can also arrange some cooking.
Or maybe caponata. We don't know.
Maybe with your mother.
Maybe I'm trying to convince my mother to make caponata.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Thank you, Geri. Was a great pleasure for us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned. See you.
Okay. We'll see you when I see you. Ciao.
Perhaps we will make another appointment in the next future. You never know.
Okay.
And now all together.
Because you are a beautiful testimonial for us. So
yes, I am. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Geri. So I give you the chance to say together.
All together.
I don't speak. You.
Sorry.
Ciao,
Come on,
brother.
let's go together.
Love.
Acts.
Love. What?
Acts.
Act.
And kisses from Sicily.
Love, hugs and kisses.
Together, all together. Come on. Ciao.
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 Ciao.